What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rosie Wrestling. My name is Safe.
And I'm Massa.
And this is another edition of Views from Rosie. And today we're going to be talking about the latest edition of Smackdown with our usual 3 talking points. And let's just go straight into this review. So the first talking point, I want to talk about that opening segment. Obviously, the news broke out earlier in the day that Daniel Bryan has been cleared to wrestle. It was really to my surprise. I really did not expect that to happen. But Bryan is back, and what did you think of the promo he had when he came out?
That was extremely emotional. I was about to start tearing up, and he was crying, and you could tell that the fans just really missed Daniel Bryan, and it was extremely inspirational. Other than just like his story is amazing, of course, but just it makes you really believe that nothing's impossible, and I just thought I really missed him, and I'm excited. I'm extremely excited to see him again.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was you could just tell he was genuinely happy when he came out, and so was I. I had a smile the whole time. The fans were just absolutely amazing throughout the whole time. They were chanting "You deserve it," and then the yes chants, and Daniel Bryan, they're chanting "Thank you, Brie."
I know, I love that part.
I thought the fans, they played a great part, and that's the whole thing. That Daniel Bryan had just a special connection with the crowd. And not many people have that chemistry with the crowd like he does, and it's just an amazing story. Someone who was forced to retire, but now he gets to come back. He's always been the underdog throughout his wrestling days, and even being forced to retire, he's still the underdog. And here coming back, I thought it's a fantastic story, and I'm really excited to see what he does.
It also caught us by surprise. Like, we were in the car when we found out. Like, it just was so random. There were a little bit of talk, but none of us actually believed that he was actually going to come back, and it was impossible. We were thinking, he's going to go to New Japan and probably wrestle there or something.
Yeah, I did not expect him to come back to the WWE. I knew he was going to come back to wrestle, but, I mean, it was a really low percentage. But now I wonder, when was he officially cleared? Mm-hmm. Did they know this the whole time? That's why they had this storyline with him and Shane? Because if they did, I got to give hats off to the WWE for keeping it so quiet. But if that's not the case, then they really just got lucky because the storyline wouldn't have made sense without Daniel Bryan actually being cleared to wrestle. Moving on to the second talking point, I want to talk about Charlotte versus Natalya. And right off the bat, I thought this was a great match. They gave them so much time in there. And that's the main thing, giving them time to really tell a story. And really, the Smackdown Women's division has been so bad over the past year. But here, we need more of this kind of stuff. And we, at the end, we got a fake cash-in. Carmella came out. What did you think of all that? Did you think she was actually going to win the title when she came out?
I was actually scared because I thought that she wasn't going to win. There's no way. There's no way that they're going to get rid of Asuka, Charlotte, But also, I was kind of scared that the first ever Money in the Bank for women is going to go into like the John Cena and the Baron Corbin not cashing in successfully. But I was okay with what happened. I thought it was a cool ending to the match. Natty picked up the victory, but also throughout this match, Charlotte looked extremely impressive. She was always really good in the ring, but now she's just gotten so much better, and just that match really did interest me a lot, and I actually really was invested into the women's division.
Yeah, you had Carmella come out, and she, did the whole fake cash-in thing. For me, I think Carmella has to stay away from the SmackDown Women's division. She has a much better chance. And after the Superstar Shakeup, if she goes to Raw and does something there. But yeah, like I said, great match. It got time. Also, though, I understand it was just a roll-up, but why have Charlotte lose here when it's, we're on the road to WrestleMania? Maybe you could have had just like a no contest or like a DQ or something like that, but just having Charlotte lose doesn't really look too good for her, especially now that she has to beat Asuka at Mania.
Right.
So you have to be beating Natalya if you want to beat Asuka.
But also, we know that Asuka's gonna win. I don't think that they're gonna swerve us and
or will they?
Well, you never know. But I'm pretty sure the cards are stacked up against Charlotte. So I kind of wanted to see what's happening with The Miz. He hasn't really been getting as much victories. I kind of want to see them kind of looking strong because they're probably not going to win.
Well, Charlotte, to be fair, she does get her victories. She's very well protected, and even here losing, in a strong way, still there's kind of a distraction and then a roll up. But still, I don't really agree with her completely losing.
So for our last talking point, we have the main event of SmackDown with Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. What did you think about this last promo?
Daniel Bryan has never been someone like super comfortable on the mic. He's even said it. He likes to tell stories in the ring. But here, I thought he did a fantastic job. And he was kind of like a disappointed dad. He was telling them like, "What are you guys doing? Like, I'm with you guys, but here, what you guys did was despicable." And
he did make them feel bad too. You can even tell the look on Sami Zayn's face. Like he felt, yeah, it was kind of a low blow what we did, but also, later we see that they actually get fired by Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, so the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, like their facials were just amazing throughout this whole thing. It's like they're the kids being scolded. Like Bryan was the disappointed dad, which I thought was great. But then obviously, them getting fired. I expected that. I thought that's where the promo was going, and him getting attacked by Kevin Owens, I also saw that coming. Seeing Bryan just do the moves, get the offense in, just gave the crowd just popped huge for that.
See, it's not only that though, it's just like him actually getting hit. We haven't seen that in so long because, like the most that we've seen was him getting pushed. So now this is just like Daniel Bryan is back, and we're 100% sure of that, and we can see it, and it just felt so good. And even like the it kicks we haven't seen in so long, or the yes kicks we haven't seen in so long, and it just felt really great, and the crowd was going crazy.
Yeah, the crowd popped huge for it, and maybe it's not the most marquee match, but if they do the tag team match between Owens and Zayn versus Shane and Daniel Bryan, I'm genuinely excited for that. The story all makes sense now. Like I said, why have Shane and Daniel bicker and not have a blow off? But here, it just makes sense. Like, I understand Shane and Daniel haven't been on the same page, but at the end of the day, Daniel Bryan is a babyface, and he understands that this promo just did it perfectly. Right. He understands that even though he loves like Sami and Kevin and they're longtime friends, what they did was wrong at the end of the day. But tell me what you guys thought of SmackDown in the comment section below.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Rosie Wrestling, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!